It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you. Hopefully, you have been paying attention on my Candyology page. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. I've had plenty of things that happen on there. There it is! On YouTube, Candyology Radio, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It is Candyology. I hope that you have been watching all of the videos that I've been posting, especially the ones about Marriage Monday, and we've been talking about triggers, part 1, part 2, and dynamic, there is a part 3. I'm so excited. So, listen, just a quick reminder of who I am. Certified clinical sexologist through the American Colleges of Sexology through the Dr. Rachel Institute. Mocha marriage certified. So, yes, that means that I took some more classes to make sure that your marriage stays healthy. Yes, and yes. So, very qualified. Candyology Coaching Services is where I am coaching relationships and sex coaching from anywhere from postpartum situations to just now trying to figure out how to get an orgasm, or coming out, or have you cheated and you trying to get that relationship back to where it needs to be. So there's a vast majority of things. But one of the other lovely things that I like to deal with that we're not talking about today, but I mentioned it because I have some special guests in my room. And so they are my favorite kids in the whole wide world, I promise. I've watched them grow up. But I also do team seminars, and if you've ever watched my show, if you go way back when, you'll see maybe about a year ago I did a show about talking to your kids about sex. And they had some very insightful things to say. And they're back, but not to talk about that. We kind of want to talk about some things that have been near and dear to our hearts in this last, maybe 4 or 5 months now. So many things have happened in our community, and they're kind of taking a stand on it. And so in just a moment, you're going to hear from Mackenzie and Mo Mitchell. And of course, somebody birthed them, right? Their mama is here with us today. Her name is Angela Mitchell. So I'm so very excited to have this conversation today because first of all, I'm just so proud of them. Now listen, let me tell you, Candyology is about love, sex, and relationships. And so you're going to be like, what does this have to do with love, sex, and relationships? Well, honey, when I tell you Black Lives Matter, it deals with every type of situation, relationship that you can think of. And so, though I'm not a political person, and I, if you notice on any of my platforms, I don't really talk about politics. I really don't. It's not my thing. However, when it affects the lives of me and the people around me, I have to say something, right? If you don't stand for something, you shouldn't stand at all. You should just be quiet. Okay? Right. So, what is it? You'll fall for anything, right? Okay. So, listen. I've had to do some soul searching with all of this Black Lives Matter stuff. And although my motto has always been that everybody's life matter, I just want you to stand with me as I fight for our people. So, with that said, hello, my ladies! How y'all doing? I'm so excited to have you guys in the studio with me. So, I'm gonna go right and I'm gonna go clockwise. Tell me who you are. Hello. Tell me who you are.
I'm Monique Mitchell. I'm 17. I went to Berkner High School my freshman and sophomore year in Richardson, Texas. I'm now at Richland Community College. I'm in the Richland Collegiate High School program.
That means that baby's smart. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm aiming to get my diploma and my associate's degree in biology. So yeah, pretty smart.
I mean, it's okay to teach your own home too.
It is.
Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie Mitchell. I went to LV Berkner High School my freshman through junior year.
To Northlake College and then to University of North Texas College of Music.
See what I say? Music.
Yeah. It's in the blood. They didn't have a choice when they got here. So, and currently working as an assistant at Corville Corporation, as well as notary public loan signing agent. I got a lot of hats, a lot of hats. So
a lot of hats,
a lot of businesses, a lot of hats.
So, thank you guys for being on the show. You know, I so appreciate you being here, and you know, I am very supportive of everything that y'all do, and so I could not go without having you guys on the show for a couple of reasons. Let's talk about it. So recent events. How many months ago was this now? George Floyd.
It was May. It was May. Memorial Day, actually. That we lost Mr. Floyd to act of police brutality, and it basically, as you can see, it not only hurt everyone to see the 8 minutes and 46 seconds of torture that he went through and eventually lost his life. It touched everybody in a particular way. In my household, it definitely touched all of us to a point of movement, which is why you have us here today to discuss movement. We all have had we've had our moments of racial inequality, or what we consider racial inequality. But that day especially, not only were we hurt as a Black community, as a Black family, but now our white brothers and sisters, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters, and on down the line, they saw the visual.
Right.
And you can't get away from the visual. I don't know how many times I saw that video played. You can't get away from it. And if you can't get away from it, you have to look at it. You have to digest it, and you got to do something. So,
you know, I only watched it once. I could not allow myself to watch it more than once.
Right.
First of all, I think that it is so cruel to sit on someone's neck. I don't care what your training is, but someone is telling you, I can't breathe. I want my mama at one point. I can't even imagine being a bystander. First of all, I probably would have lost my life that day, to be quite honest. And this is another reason why I don't get into politics, because I'm not going to sit there and just let you do what you're doing. I don't care who you are. My uncle is a policeman. My father was a fireman. My other uncle was a policeman as well. And so they didn't teach me not to do anything. I don't care who it is. The people that are in authority should not be the ones that are killing you. They should be the ones that are protecting you. And so it evoked so many emotions as a mother, because I'm raising a Black son, you know? And so I'm just like, okay, this could be my child. What can we do? What can we do? Because this was not okay at all. I'm not one to go out and riot. I'm not one to have some injustice against the police, you know, because anybody could have gone out there and beat them down too, you know, which is what the emotions that are being evoked. You know, when you see somebody else losing their life, Mackenzie,
my straight emotions, like,
I'm ready to fight.
Like a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. I was like, I'm finna go tear some stuff up. I am upset and angry. I woke up anger in me. And I was like, no more. This is it today. Today. That's what social media has brought us. Because, like shit, you can't deny a video. You can deny if you don't have no proof of what happened, and you can go off as a jury or whatever.
Right.
But you see that in your face. You can't say that's fake. That's real.
No.
So,
not at all.
And it wasn't the only video.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the part that was so hurtful, is that his video was not the only one. We've had countless videos up to Mr. Floyd. I don't know. I'm a spiritual person, and I just feel like God just allowed this to be it. You have to look at this. You have to fix it. 401 as of next month. 401 years of slavery, of injustice to one race of people. You have to look at this and you have to deal with it once and for all.
Right.
You have to. And I think that was the energy that the incident with Mr. Floyd brought about for everybody.
Right.
Not just us, but for everybody. And I feel so good. It feels good to see people standing with you. I've received text messages. I've received all kinds of support from other people who say they stand. They now understand. I had a teacher that I used to work with. She sent me a text message and she said, Angela, I think back to when we were on a trip together and we had a conversation. You told me some things, and now I see. And you know what, Miss Candy, I couldn't even respond. Not even right away. It just took me back. I was just like, wow.
Because I think about, and Mom, I'm about to come to you. I think about all of the diversity that we see around us, right?
Yes.
So you guys grew up in Richardson. I think that's probably the most diverse. Melting pot. Yes. The most melting pot, because I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and when I say that's a melting pot, from Jamaicans, Haitians, Bahamians to all types of Europeans to Latinos, to white people, I mean, it's everything, right? So this is one of the reasons why I speak the way I speak and I articulate myself, because I went to private school. So so Monique, tell me, when you saw this video, what were your feelings?
Most definitely, in the beginning, I was enraged. I was very angry, but the more that it replayed in my head, I kept getting sadder and sadder and sadder about it, and I went into like a depression about it, because nothing was being done about it. Absolutely nothing was being done about it. Not one thing. The officer was still flying across the country, stuff like that. And so it really did take a toll on me. It really did. But then there was a passion in me that, our mother and our father, me and Mackenzie, that they instilled within us. So that kind of came out, and we started contacting, individuals that we were like, we need to do something about this. Absolutely nothing is going down in Richardson.
Yeah, so, Richardson was silent, and
absolutely
we were like, we couldn't just sit there, because everyone's like, okay, well, I'll just wait for somebody else to do it.
Right.
That's what Richardson was doing. So we were like, we got to be the ones to do it. So let's do it.
So
no fear.
And they've always been fearless.
No fear.
So how did this all happen?
Okay.
And now we're talking about Operation Orange. I think we have a picture of them outside at this peaceful event that they coordinated. Let's talk about it a little bit. How did that come about?
Okay, so Operation Orange started with Isabella Marcano and Autumn Bray. They were deciding on a protest, and we decided to jump in, help them out. So that's really how it started. We all just had the same ideas, the same passion behind it, and so we all came together to work on this protest. Yeah. And it only took 3 days.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that even Ana Maria Ramos, the Texas representative, that she was shocked about, was that she said, even adults take months just to plan these protests and things, and you ladies took only 3 days.
Right.
So.
And she actually, I can't remember if it's Mackenzie or Monique, but there was a lady there at the protest that came up to them, and she said, I just took some classes or courses or something like that, some type of program that you had to go through to learn how to do what they put together.
To organize.
And they did it in 3 days.
I mean, they ain't really babies.
So that means that there's a purpose, and I just believe that God can move. He can move and he could get some things done through some people if they just. And it happened. It happened quickly. I mean, Fraud and I, my husband and I, we were like, when they came to us, it was already done.
Yeah, we were kind of like, so this is what's gonna happen. Y'all are invited if you want to come, but give us ideas. We're just letting you know.
Doing what we want. So you guys said you formulated these ideas and then you put them together. What ideas did you guys just come up with? Because like she said, they teach courses on this, but you pulled it together in 3 days. So what ideas did you guys come up with?
I think we were kind of looking at other protests that we have seen, the peaceful ones. We wanted everything to be peaceful. And Autumn was like, I'll start off with a speech introducing myself. I was like, okay, I'll read off names and do like the silent 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And then kind of when we got there, it was kind of like we just
went with the flow.
Went with what we felt. Went with what we felt. Because after the 8 minutes, 46 seconds, I didn't plan it, but I was like, you know what? I grabbed the megaphone and I was like, do y'all see how long that was?
It was long.
I was like, you see your back hurts, your knee hurts, your arm, if you was raising your arm hurts. Imagine.
Yeah, I grabbed it as well. I was like, that took a long time, y'all. I know your back aches.
Yeah.
I know your knees hurt.
Yeah.
This definitely took a toll.
Yeah.
Like just 8 minutes took a toll on your body right now.
And
just think about
imagine how George Floyd felt when he was on the ground with the knee in his neck.
Hot
he was thinking about his mother, his children, his wife that he was going to leave behind. He was thinking, am I going to be able to see them?
Am I going to die right here?
Yes.
And that's exactly what happened.
That's
I can't even imagine. And I keep thinking about that 8 minutes, 46 seconds. 8 minutes. Think about it. Well, we used to all praise dance on the same team, right? I was their instructor. Ladies, think about it. We couldn't get through a 5-minute song without being tired as heck. When we were done, right? Can you think about 8 minutes? Like, I probably would have just said, God, just take me. Like, after the first 2 minutes, God, just take me. You know, whatever it is you needed me for, I must have made my purpose because I'm gone. I can't. So, I just can't think about
And I think it was so powerful that some people were saying, you saw it on the video. He had called out to his mother. And a lot of people believe that, hey, she came and got him. It wasn't going to get no better.
Right.
Come on, baby.
Right. That's just...
It really was a powerful moment in history. Just like today, to see Representative Lewis being carried across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, just... history after history after history. We're living it. We're here. We're breathing it. And it's so amazing.
Right. Let me ask this question. Were you guys scared? Because think about it. There were peaceful riots, but there were not so peaceful riots as well.
That's right.
I mean, protests. I'm sorry.
Let us tell you.
Okay.
So
you go first.
Let us tell you. So, we contacted Autumn, Ray, and Isabella, and Autumn was having doubts. We were all having doubts, actually. We were all like, should we really do this? Like, what if police come and they decide to pepper spray us or do a rubber bullet thing? And Mackenzie, she wasn't afraid. She was
because I was like, come on. I was like, I got my baking powder water. I got my shields and stuff. Come on. If you want to fight,
I can't with my child.
I'll tear down the country I built. Let's go. I was ready. So I was like, no, we're gonna have this, but y'all go ahead and have your moment.
And most definitely in the start, like, our parents were like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, what could happen if things go wrong? And we were like, yeah, but at least we would know in our hearts that we did try to reach out and teach people about this movement.
And we planned to be peaceful. So if anything turned, it wasn't going to be us. And we knew in our hearts and our spirits, we went in with good intentions. That's right. So
Mackenzie, what type of people showed up?
Okay, before, I think it was 30 minutes before, we had some through the grapevines of, I don't know what you call them, anti It's like anti-Black Lives Matter or whatever, people like that. And I was like, let them try it. Let them try it. They can try. They won't succeed. But when we got there, we only expected like 50, maybe 100 people.
Hundreds.
Hundreds. And Representative Ramos, she's like, no, there was at least 1,000. And I was like, oh.
And we, to this day, we still do not believe her.
But it's really have been. But once we kept seeing more people and more people, and it was just it was the diversity for me. I was like, I feel like they're holding me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna take a quick break because we always gotta pay the bills, and we will be right back on Power Play Radio Network.
Hi, my name is Candy J. I am an independent consultant of Bedroom Candy. Bedroom Candy was founded by Candy Burris, escape singer, group member, Real Housewives of Atlanta star. Yes, if you don't know, it's fine. However, Bedroom Candy is a luxury cosmetics line, candy coated. We also sell hair care, women's wellness products, bath and body products, men's grooming products. Yeah, get that beard going, make them smell good. Yeah, something like that. And everything for the art of seduction, including adult toys. So if you need more information, you can reach me at 972-670-7787, or you can DM me, or you can comment below, and I'll make sure to respond. Have a great day.
Radio. Today we are talking about Operation Orange. Earlier I called it Project Orange. I'm sorry. But these beautiful young ladies organized a peaceful protest. And you guys have some other things coming up, right?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
We are planning a candlelight. Y'all, I can't say the word.
Visual.
That. A candlelight. I didn't have to say visual. It will be this Saturday, August 1st at 8:30 p.m. Candles and water will be provided. We just plan to honor the lives. When we contacted RPD, we were like, no protests, no none of that. This is strictly about honoring the lives of, the Black lives that have died because of police. Not only police, but racism. There have been so many lynchings across the country since all of this started. Just Black lives, period. So, we'll have a couple things. Me and Monique will sing moments of silence, and Representative Ramos will speak. So it's strictly about honoring the lives, nothing more, nothing less.
So you guys keep mentioning her, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about her. State Rep Anna Maria Ramos serves as the House District 102, a diverse cross-section of Dallas County, which includes the cities of Addison, Richardson, Dallas, and Garland. So if you read anything about this woman, she is all about women's rights. She is all about LGBTQIA, which I'm definitely trying to get her on the show. You never know. But she stands up for Latinos, but she was here at this protest with you all. So, how did that happen?
Okay.
How did that happen?
So me and Mackenzie and Isabella and Autumn Ray, we were trying to help out with water bottles, and then Mackenzie, she went off and started helping other people. And this, little lady with sunglasses and a ponytail, she came up to me and she was like, "Hi, I'm Representative, Anna Maria Ramos. I just wanted to say you have my support in all of this. Here's my contact information. I also have a megaphone for you if you would like to use it." And, I'm like in shock because I'm like
what?
This lady, I'm not. And, at first I'm like, I can't recognize her at all. And then she took her sunglasses off. I was like,
that's D.
Who are you? D. Ana Maria Ramos. So she was just so welcoming, and it was enlightening to know that she had our support in this. So it was amazing.
But we didn't know she was coming. She said, I think she told me at the next protest that I had led. She was like, I live around the area. I live around that area. And I heard about it, and I was like, she was like, this is good that this is happening in my community. Like, personally, I've never seen anything like this. So I'm going to go be a part of this. And she didn't want anybody to know who she was, you know, that she was there or anything. She just strictly wanted to be part of all of that. But we were like, but you're right here. I'm like, somebody please.
But I think that's so dope because she didn't want to take away from the cause that you guys
She
were doing.
still does that. She'll be like, I don't want to speak. No, don't have
Right.
This is about y'all.
Because that could be such an opportunity for, you know, oh, vote for me, blah, blah, blah. But no, you are doing what you say, right?
Exactly.
And supporting the community. I just think that is so dope. Okay, so unfortunately, I do want to talk about something, though. Let me ask this question. And actually, before I get to that, while we're still on Senator Ramos, real quick. I mean, okay, I'm speaking it into existence for you. Okay, so you guys went on her like Yard Stream, I think it's called, live event to talk about your protest. What was that like? What was that experience like? Look at that! They're my babies.
It was really amazing. Just being able to sit there and talk to her,
Yeah.
and talk about issues, and, you know, having a casual conversation with her. It was great. And
yeah, it's great to see that she really, really cares and really, really wants to uplift and support us. Because with the candlelight, she was like, whatever you need, this is contact me and we will get this done. And she's like, and what are some more of your ideas? She's like, I want y'all to be a part of this that we're doing, this task force. I want y'all to be a part of this bill and put your inputs and read it and see if we need to add anything. Up the upcoming school year, how can we help with this? And just all of this stuff. And I'm like, it's amazing. This is amazing.
Right. That's just crazy.
Look at the fire that she has on the ground.
Right.
This is boots on the ground for her. And that she can utilize her space.
Right.
Who she is, where she is. She has those girls flying up under her wings and helping her fly just like she helps them. The second protest that we did, she didn't want to even talk. They wanted her to speak, and she was like, Mackenzie, can you go with me?
I was like, huh?
Okay.
And then I was like, Monique, you gotta come with me.
Yes.
You gotta come with me.
we're bringing Autumn and Isabel as well. You might as
Everybody
well.
had to go up there with her. She's just that supportive of a person, and we are just blessed to have her in our district, watching out for us and just walking ahead and just making sure that all of us are okay.
And she's 100% believer in the our generation, the younger kids.
Because
That's why she rides us so hard. She's just like, y'all are next. So they're working for us to build the country so we can take it over and have it our way. So when we get there, it'll be how we want it, and we'll just keep on keeping on.
And they'll take care of their old mama.
Y'all, she not that old. She's really not.
Take care of all of us.
But let me ask you guys this. So what do you think about all of this happening during the same time that we have this coronavirus stuff going on?
Inconvenient.
What do you think about it? Because I have my own theories, but I'd like to hear it from the younger generation first, and then us old heads gonna talk about it in a second. What do you think?
Well, she said it was inconvenient. That's pretty much what it is. But during our protest, and even our upcoming one, August 1st, we are making sure and making it a point that we still need to be safe, and that everyone needs to bring their mask and keep a safe distance so that, we protect ourselves, they protect themselves, and everyone is safe in the area.
What do you think about the president's response to all of this?
Who?
Huh?
As a matter of fact, I got many opinions on that, man.
Go ahead, let her rip.
I'm gonna let you take this one.
That's why I talked to her. What do you think, ma'am?
First of all, I would like for him to stop talking. And I don't mean like, I know you're president, you got to talk, but I mean like,
Shut
not
up,
so
sir.
fast.
I'll
Not
say
so
it.
fast.
Shut up, sir.
Not so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just instant. That's what sometimes social media, I feel like presidents shouldn't be able to have Twitter. You ruined it. You can't have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Face, YouTube, none of that. None of it. Because you just, all day is all he do. You run the country, you just tweet. All he do is tweet. And now he didn't come out saying, sometimes I regret tweets.
You think? Oh, you think?
But he always has an instant.
You think you should have thought that out before you tweet? Oh,
no,
okay.
He got people that. Anyways, but just quit responding so fast, because that's when you get in a place where you're bound to regret something that you said, and you don't know anything about it yet. Do your research, learn about it, know all that you need to know, then you can have your opinion.
Right.
Still might be wrong, but at least you did what you needed to do. Okay? Like some people on Black Lives Matter. Do your research, then you might
do your research first. There you go. So do you think that he's handling all of this stuff very well with Black Lives Matter as well?
He ain't handled nothing well. I'm gonna say this. In his 3.5 plus years, he's handled nothing well. And 2020 is the worst of all of the 3.5. Handled absolutely nothing. Corona, Korea, couldn't go back, pull back. China, nothing. Right. And it's still, y'all vote. Y'all better vote.
So, Angie, tell us, what do you really think? How has he handled this, in your opinion, between our Black Lives Matter stuff that's going on and all of the police killings? Our black people are being killed by the police. And how do you think he's handled the coronavirus in conjunction with all of this as well?
No, man.
I don't think he's handled it at all. I think he's
been like this.
And
he's like that old uncle that floats in and out, that thinks that they know what they're talking about. They think they know everything that's going on, and they really don't have a clue. They don't have a clue.
And don't want to know.
And he doesn't want, and that's really what this is. That's really what we can say in a nutshell. He doesn't, quiet as is kept. He didn't want this job. If you go back, he was just doing it for fun.
For the clout.
He was just doing it for the clout. He didn't want this job. But when he saw that night that he won it, he was even shocked himself. Because he knew that Hillary was going to get it. He knew it. So he is not a person that's ever been prepared with any political anything. If you go back in time and pull up different videos, he's always been on one side, and now he's on this one. And he's been puppeteered the whole time by other people in the background. Their agenda, what they want to see. He's the mouthpiece for that. That's it. And Black Lives Matter, racial issues, the coronavirus.
Where's his mask? Where's your mask, sir?
I had one on about a week ago. He hasn't encouraged any type of
anything to move forward and get better.
Anything that has to do with safety.
Except for putting the chemicals in your body.
Yeah. Try it.
Right. Put some bleach in your body. That's right.
How about you try it? You be the guinea pig for the country.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something that was talked about back in the back. And those people told you not to say anything.
And you got to the microphone and you would
you're black.
Because they did. They looked and they was like, oh my God. They looked like, oh my God, he said it.
Right.
So in a nutshell, my view of the current president, is that he has made our situation from bad to worse.
Right. I agree. Definitely agree. Period. And I just honestly hope that somebody's getting some change out of all of these protests and riots, because especially with the riots, I was really like, Lord Jesus, people are going to be killed, and is it going to change anything though? Is it going to make a difference? You know, I do think that with a peaceful protest, you are changing people's minds about certain things, and you're putting it on the forefront of their mind so that they can see some of these things. And you know, one of my friends, and let me ask you how you feel about this. One of my friends said, "I shouldn't be your educator. I shouldn't have to be your educator." And I said, "Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
America.
Wait a minute, because if they're not the same skin tone as us, right? They can't possibly understand some of the things that we've gone through, right? Have you ever gotten pulled over because you were white? But I've gotten pulled over because I was black and driving in a hoity-toity neighborhood. And had it not been for my white counterpart that was inside of the car with me, they probably would have tried something. To be quite honest, he was very rude and sarcastic to me. And all I said was, "Hi, can I ask why you pulled me over?" And license and registration, I don't have to tell you anything. Oh. And so he didn't see my white friend sitting next to me. And she kind of pulled her seat up because she was laying back. And she said, "Excuse me, officer, is that necessary to talk to her that way?" And you should have seen his whole face, demeanor, everything just changed. So you can't tell me that I shouldn't be educating other people, because you can't understand what I'm going through if you're not the same skin tone as me.
I have the patience with that, because freshly out of, like, you know, elementary, middle school, high school, I've seen they do not teach us that. My junior year in, what is it, U.S. history?
Yes.
2 weeks in February, we learned about slavery. Right. It wasn't the real slavery. It was the whitewashed slavery. 2 weeks, and then right back, same old white history.
Right.
So me educating my friends, it almost makes me feel good and honors me that they ask me to educate them, because they want to know. And them wanting to know makes me feel like they want to do better themselves, and they can also educate someone else. So the circle goes, and then next thing you know, the world has changed.
Exactly. I agree. They're going to command not only having respect for themselves like they're accustomed to, but they're going to want respect for her.
Right.
They're going to want respect for her. They're going to want respect for any color, not just their own.
And what I love, your friend Isabella.
Oh,
how did she phrase that again? Go ahead.
I appreciate her so much for wanting to understand. Not only that, but wanting to be a part of it. At the protest, before we even started, she was like, "I'm just letting you guys know, whatever goes down, I am your shield."
And I thought that was amazing.
She said, because her grandma, she's like, my grandma's racist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, no. So she's like, her grandma says, "This isn't our fight." She was like, "This is my fight to undo what my ancestors did." She uses that all the time, and I'd be like,
love it.
Girl,
yes.
Say it again.
Fight, yes, in the name. So, you know, there are... and something that I just really want to make sure that people are aware, there are our white, Hispanic, Asian, there are other people fighting for us at this point. There's a lot of people that have come together to make sure that this injustice is not kept going. That we fight this and things start to change. And whether it's just by one person or it's by tens and thousands of people, I think it makes a difference. So I'm commending you guys. I'm moving forward with everything. And, you know, my crazy schedule, but I'm going to make it to one of these. Definitely. So here's the thing for me. People keep saying, say their names. Say their names. It's not just another black man. It's George Floyd. I can never say his name all the way right. I don't know why. But what was the other one? Alton Sterling, is that his name? Trayvon Martin. Who else? Give me some. Who else you got? Corey Jones, I think. So all of these different people, we have to continue to say their names. Breonna Taylor, right here in the heart of Texas. Botham Jean, in the name of Jesus.
At the Democrats March, the protest that we did, Richardson Democrats, something that me and Mackenzie made up, it was say their names, which one? Say their names, which one?
That has so much meaning. We wanted to stress that not only is it, black men and black women, but like in a way that there's so many names that it's impossible for you to just say one.
That's why I wanted to have the candlelight, because after I read the names at the protest, I was like, I feel like I didn't do that justice. Right. So I was like, we need this candlelight. And if we get the amount of people to show up again, I want to plan to write the names on the candles. So I think, I don't know how many there are. I can't say a number, but at least the vast majority will get honored, because every single life needs to be honored, remembered, recognized. Right. Because there's just so many, it's ridiculous. That's why it's to say their name, say her name, say his name, which one.
Say it again.
Say their names, say his name, say her name, which one.
Yes. We should hashtag that, people. Go trending on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that. Because it matters. Their lives matters. Your life matters. And best believe I will die fighting to make sure that you guys are always taken care of. Here's the other thing. So speaking of peaceful protests, right? I have a segment on my show called Wait What? So, so I just thought this was really dope, right? Dr. Carrie Ann Perkins and Michael Gordon, they were in the news, joined a Black Lives Matter protest taking alongside their wedding ceremony at the Logan Hotel, Philadelphia on June 6th. Oh my God, y'all. So when I saw this, like, I was just like, because first of all, there was a peaceful protest already scheduled there. And they already knew that when they scheduled their wedding there, because they had been already canceled for COVID, right? And so anyways, she's fully dressed and she's in the courtyard, and their wedding was supposed to be in the courtyard. So here go Michael on the other side of things, and you can hear all the, like, I'm just telling you what my memory from the news article. Here goes Michael, and he's hearing all of these rumblings of what's happening with the protests and whatnot. And they're like, no, don't go over there because you can see your bride. And he was like, nah, I'm going over there. So, and they joined together, and they took a whole bunch of pictures. This is just one of them. Just standing in solidarity of Black Lives Matter. And I just thought that was so dope. She's a renowned OBGYN, and I think he Globe something, he's with a newspaper, I can't remember. But to see these people, professional people, take out the time in their wedding to be like, okay, I'm standing with y'all. I don't care. That's what I want the protest to be about. No matter what your profession is, no matter where you are on the totem pole of life, that when we all come together, it's about standing in solidarity. And in this, and I don't know on that picture, I don't think you can see it, but there was all different races that were there. All different races and nationalities. If we can just make that a fire across this nation.
When the protests were fresh, I saw a lot of celebrities. All different races of celebrities who were at those protests. And not there just for photo op like someone had to do across the way at church. But, anyways. But, like Halsey, J. Cole, Kiki Palmer, Ariana Grande, Kiki Palmer. I was like, Kiki Palmer, that's me now. I'll do what? What? Don't do me. Okay.
Could you imagine like that happening on your wedding day? There's a protest around the corner. And you're like, oh,
So let's
okay.
go protest.
Yes.
You down for it, boo? You down? You down? I'm down. Let's go. Hey, you know. So I just thought that was amazing. But when I really saw it, I was like, wait, what? For real? That's why it's on
Yeah.
Wait What segment, because it's like, hold on, you know. And they look amazing,
They do. Glowing, all of that.
absolutely amazing. Can you imagine, baby, in the pillow talk that night? Babe, can you believe that's what we did? That's what we did tonight. We was in Black Lives Matter in a protest on our wedding day. That's what we did, and we made history in Philadelphia. What? Okay, so yeah, I'm just imagining. I'm sorry. They've not said this on social media or anything like that. I'm just saying. But I can just imagine the pillow talk that night. So, but my thing, and this question is to you. What would you like to see happen with everything for Black Lives Matter, for just, I feel like we're still in slavery, and it's not quite the chains and the ropes and all of that kind of stuff, but I feel like there's some type of slavery still going on. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
Well, so you mean you still feel like we're in slave times because in 2020 you're hearing about lynchings,
or hangings,
or
two black people hang themselves in California. Yeah, right.
I'm real keen on that.
I feel the same way. I feel like the oppression is still lingering over us in a way.
And the oppression is still lingering because you still have people in this country who do not, under any circumstances, want to change what's been going on all these years. Y'all got a whole bunch of old folk out there that's been just like mommy and daddy and your circle have taught you how to be assertive, strong, passionate, talented. Their children are getting taught too how to hate, how to disrupt lives, how to kill. They're getting the opposite. And you're not going to see change. A guy that I listen to faithfully all the time, Roland Martin, I remember him saying, y'all got 24 years left. And then we will truly look like Richardson, Texas, all over this world. We will be a true melting pot at that point, because all those old folks that was, we just lost two of our civil rights gentlemen that were the last of those freedom fighter leadership, civil rights leadership. Well, they're losing them too.
Right.
And until all those folks die off and the new come in with the new ideas, the fresh ideas, this generation right here, they don't give a good gosh darn about, somebody being treated unfair. They don't like it at all. And they're not going to stand to see other people treated in a way that is not conducive to just being a human, being a human being.
That's the difference in the
so
generations.
we're as we move along with this thing, it's not going to stop. It's only going to continue to go strong. You might not see the protests like you did back in May and June, but they're still going on. They're still happening. We still have people standing up one by one every day,
right,
making the decision that change is better. This is what we need to do to be able to move this country forward. It's not just about getting rid of the guy in the Oval Office. It's about what you're going to do tomorrow. What you're going to do tomorrow.
Right.
Are you going to keep that same mentality, or are you going to open your heart and look and see, okay, what can I do to help change this situation?
Right.
We have to change it.
We do.
We cannot go another further, as the old folks say. We can't go and progress further unless we change it. And you better listen to your young folks.
And are we gonna put Kanye West in the office?
I mean,
we need to put him in.
Kanye needs help, and we need to be praying for him.
Yes, I definitely agree.
You know, it's easy to slide into talking about people and making fun of their situation, but bipolar disorder.
Right.
I mean, I have, you know, some people in my family that have
Me
that.
too.
All of us know somebody that has a mental health issue, and that's nothing to play with.
Right.
If anything, we have to support these people, and that's a part of the problem as well with the police brutality.
They're not trained how to deal with those type of people at all. Don't get me started on mental health, because this is a whole nother show.
It's a whole other show. We can talk about it, but we can't look at our police as mental health professionals. We can't expect for them. That's not their
But
job.
they should, if they're going to be called out for those type of people, they should be trained in a manner of how to deal with them and not just tase them or whatever the other procedures are that they have learned. That's just not okay.
And all those policies, that's what needs to happen. All policies need to be changed. We've had a few police departments across the country that have pretty much been shut down, and they are working and revamping, especially in Minnesota. When that happened to Mr. Floyd, it was like instant. I'm telling you, it took at least a week or two, and boom, it was gone. It was shutting everything down because we cannot have. There has to be a difference between, you know, policing, mental health. If you got to have a mental health person there with the police to get that situation under control and get it in the right way, then those are the things that we're looking at right now as a society, and the things that we have to get changed.
And again, that's a whole other show.
But like I said, I think I said it on the live stream with Representative Ramos. I was like, I see a lot of people who are very discouraged and kind of slowing down, and I was like, I don't want people to slow down because they feel like nothing's being done. There are changes being made. Like our voices are being heard. Even in Dallas, they passed the policy. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like with George Floyd, the other three police officers.
It's the buddy system.
Yeah, if they didn't say anything, then those officers would face the same charges as the
Heck
officers.
yeah, and they should have.
So now that's a policy in Dallas DPD, at least. I don't know about like county, but I know it's DPD. That's the new policy that they made. Changes are being made. Like our voices are being heard. Don't get discouraged. Don't slow down. Like keep going. We got to keep going as hard, because if once you let up, then they let up. Right. Once we stop, then they stop.
Right. Because all they care about is their little circle. But we have to break all the circles, break all the chains. We have to open it wide. We have to look at the gaping wounds for what they are and start healing everything. We can't just leave it over there and let it scab over, and then every February Black History you want to rip it over.
Exactly.
That's not how we got to do
I agree.
this.
And these false victories.
Yes,
I call them false victories of painting Black Lives Matter on the street. Cool, but are Breonna Taylor's killers?
Right.
Can I get an arrest?
Hello?
I saw that on Instagram last night. They were like, y'all feel bad and want to pray for Kanye, but made fun of Megan Thee Stallion. That's why George Floyd's murderers are arrested, but Breonna Taylor's are still walking free.
Exactly.
There's a problem in this country.
Piggybacking off of what Mackenzie said, it was inspiring just seeing the protest and how sprinkled it was of different types of ethnicities and individuals. But it was even more inspiring when millennials like us were coming up to us and we're like, I want to join, how can I be a member? How can I use my own voice? And we just had to tell them, like, you're the same as us. We're ordinary people. Just because it blew up and, Representative Ramos was there, that doesn't mean that your voice isn't as important. You can make the change as well.
Right. And we have to continue to get on platforms like this of radio and television and social media and all of that. And unfortunately, guys, we have to wrap this show up. But I thank y'all so much for coming out. Of course, again, like you said, your voices are being heard. I just want to make sure that you guys continue to be heard, and whatever I can do to help, you know, you got me in your corner. Guys, so my people that's watching, listen, our next show is on August 9th, and it's my friend Billy Anderson, and we're talking about being Christian, lesbian, and fabulous. Believe me when I say you don't want to miss this show. She's a character, and you know I'm already a character, so this is going to be good. But I thought that it was just definitely important to talk about this topic. So you can reach me on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at CandyologyCS. Or you can watch the replay of this show on my Facebook page or on YouTube at Candyology Radio. And again, guys, just remember that I am wishing you love-filled days and orgasmic nights. Have a great day.